December 2nd, 2018, Sunday. So, I'm in a really happy, good mood. And this is a happy, good mood that I don't really know if I've been in a while, really. So, last time prior, sometime in there, I talked about how I feel like it's probably time for me to move on to a new job. And I sat on it, thought about it, whatever, for a bit, and in reality I was probably really just trying to say, okay, now let's do it. And I finally did. The Sunday of Thanksgiving weekend, I finally just got resume together and went on the various websites that I knew of, said, hey, I'm looking for a job, and got responses back, which was always great. That was a great first thing to see that there was initial interest. It wasn't crickets like it was when I was looking for a first job. And there's a recruiter in particular that I'm working with a lot right now. I could be working with one or two others, but they just don't seem as determined in contact with me. But anyway, yeah, so a couple of emails, a couple of phone calls, or a phone call I should say, and a meeting in person, and we're rolling. There's a couple of job offers that I see a couple of positions that he's looking at, that I'm looking at. There's at least two. I think there's a third one, but I'm looking at it. It's like, it's contract to hire. Nah, I'm just going to stick with full-time position if I can help it. Two potential full-time positions that I can look at. One, for sure, is going to pay me more, but I have to drive to Burlington for it. Whatever. That's fine. And the other is in Thomasville. Wouldn't be quite as much of a drive, which that's fine too. Whatever. But the Burlington job, LabCorp position, that's possible. It'll start off as doing development for something, and then turning around when that project is done and doing test automation for it. So that'll be really cool. It'll be doing test automation for something entirely different, because LabCorp does lab stuff, so it won't be e-commerce and all that minutia. Yeah, still lots of people that I've worked with just don't want to do the work anymore. There's definitely a couple of different things, several things that have come together that have just motivated this decision to actually happen finally. I'm probably going to repeat a few reasons, because I'm pretty sure I've talked about this before, but there's also some new ones that I've thought of. Probably what really started this was one of our coworkers, Jason Allison, left back, I think it was in May or June. And he's someone that reminded me a lot of myself. So, you kind of see a version of me, or somebody a lot like me, leave, just raise that question of, should I even be there? And then next thing that's up is a big project that's been worked on for months and months on end. It started getting near the end, and it was just great. Just to see that's what it's probably going to look like frequently, and there be just a lot of, yeah, and just lacking something. Because my boss correctly can see, and I can admit to you, I'm not Market America through and through. It's a paycheck, man. First just want to say, tell you what to do, and I'll do it, man. The new way that we're tracking tasks is really just showing to me what I've always known, just to then see it. Sorry, I think I about swallowed something wrong earlier. Still recovering from it. Anyway. Just to see laid bare ahead of me, yeah, this is what I'm working on, and I don't really enjoy it that much. To just see it laid bare like that. And there's conversation with lead manual team that just, even if my manager and me had had the same conversation, it's going to carry different weight, or carry weight in a different way when I talk to lead manual team, because it seemed just like human to human, not manager to employee or whatever it would be between me and my manager. It's not the same. Just there's something different about her saying all those things, and this being potentially the only job she's ever held, or it's a job she's held at least for a really long time. Drink some water after this so I can clear out whatever happened. So yeah, I'm looking for a new job, and just what's happened this past week has just been exciting in that respect, because there's all of these people wanting me to work, there's all these offers, and then there's just a change of routine. Even that's been great. And for me to choose employment, not just go with it because, well, I need a job. There's probably a little bit of that as well on this job, and the fact that I've had to literally grow up a little bit. So it's similar to why it's good to move away from your parents after a while and to have your own space, because they're always going to see you in a certain light, potentially. Or maybe more accurately, if you're in a relationship, you need to get away from somebody. That way you can not have the baggage of everything that's happened constantly there. You can have your break from it. Sometimes my manager can't see past certain things that I had to do while growing up, but it is a little frustrating to hear about it again and again and again. Yeah, sometimes for good reason, but then overall it's still just effing annoying. I literally had to grow up in part on that job. I may have been hired as a 24-year-old, but I was probably a 21-year-old in some ways. So I've had to grow up and actually try to be an adult. And I think there's a strong case to be made that this job at Market America, it was what I needed at the time. It paid me the money, and probably not too much money, but it paid me more than enough to be able to truly stick to a budget, to truly learn how to budget, and to still be able to help when people needed it. I'm under a year from having my car paid off. I've made significant inroads in my student loans. Credit cards are my own doing, but I should hopefully be able to get those under control really, really soon too. I've come a long way in almost 5 years. Now it's just the time to move on and go to the next step, wherever it might be. 2019 is going to be a massive year. 2018 was me doing a lot of cleanup, a lot of realization, a lot of finally stepping up to stuff. My demons from my past being a big one. 2019 is going to be me truly trying to forge a new path. May not just in job, but in other things as well. Hopefully this job hunt's going to be done soon, and I can worry about outside of work, truly, because I want to know that I'm at a new job. Exciting and terrifying, but going better right now than I thought it would.